Hello, good afternoon. Welcome again to Mind Your Character with Bosede Olusola-Obasa. This show never ever leaves you the same way. And by that, I mean that I'll always leave you better than I met you. Today's show is going to be absolutely interesting. Don't forget that it's still March, and that means that we're still celebrating the women and the female gender. Yes, it was March 8th when International Women's Day was celebrated, but we decided to elongate it. And today, we're not just looking at so much of, oh, yes, we are women, this is who we are. We are actually daring the guys by saying that tell us exactly how you wished women behaved differently. And that's what the show is about today. I want to welcome everyone to the show and let you know that on this show we learn, on this show we unlearn, on this show we relearn. It's all about personal character development, social character development, call it etiquette if you like, and then corporate character development. So things we serve on this show can serve for you as a person, help you know how to relate better with others, whilst also helping you on your job or your business. So if you're ready like I am ready, I will be introducing both the topic for today, the people I have on set with me, and a lot more in the different segments that we have on the show today. Every Friday at 12 noon, we keep you company as your lunch hour companion. That is the way we like to call the show. So when it's 12, just carefully slip into a very good place that helps you enjoy the show to the maximum. Welcome again. It's Mind Your Character with Mosede Olusola-Obasa. I'm not alone today. I will be introducing my guest and helping you see how important you are to this conversation. Without your comments, without your likes and shares, it will not be complete at all. So I will be waiting for you to drop those comments just so I can read them live here and have you put mouth in the matter proper. So I will begin the introduction from my immediate right. I have Mr. Oluwarotimi Emmanuel here with me. And I called him emergency guest. Reason being that he had to sit in for Mr. Samuelson Saje, who is unavoidably absent. But you see, he is going to be just as fantastic in delivery as Mr. Oluwarotimi is. I told you that as Mr. Saji would have been. So I told you that today we're asking the guys to talk about the ladies. So if you're a lady and you're watching, woman, girl, lady, whatever category, please keep calm and listen. We all have our blind side. So I believe that as women we have blind sides, areas where we are not too sure how things look in our from our driver's seat. So these guys in-house are going to help us see exactly how certain things look. They want to help us see how men would have wanted us to do things differently. We are beginning to have an idea of what the topic is, but hold on that. So Mr. Oluwarotimi, you're welcome. How does it feel to be here?
Yeah.
We're excited to have you. All right. Speaking like a gentleman. All right, so I'll move from there and I'll introduce my anchor, my co-anchor in the person of Dorcas Adedioro. Welcome, Dorcas.
Thank you.
It's so nice to have you again.
Yes.
And we have been in this business of adding value together for a while now, and it's such excitement to have you around.
Thank you.
Next up is Tolu Lope Olaisade, Tolu for short, the guy who is tall, but it's called Tolu for short. Nice to have you on the show, Tolu.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Happy International Women's Day 2 months ago.
Ah.
Still the month.
You can kuku
And
say
happy
month.
International-
You kukuma say month. Let me say the English the way we say it in the
You know
barracks.
you have like 72 days. So.
Well, we can't be more grateful to God. We thank the Lord.
Modern Sunday is just a funny.
We thank the Lord for everything. It's a privilege to be a woman. All right. This show has been brought to you with partnership of Red Eye Studios and RCV, that is First Royal Character and Values Limited. And today we are asking the men, what do you wish women did differently? Men, what do you wish women did differently? We're not boxing this conversation to any corner. So you might be looking at it from relationship point of view, it's your choice. You might be looking at it from general womanhood point of view, it's your choice. You might be looking at it from anywhere. There are women in your life or girls in your life. They are either your sisters, or they are your friends, or they are your special friend, or they are even wife to you. No matter the category of women in your life, what are those things as a guy that sometimes you wish they could do differently, or who they could be differently, or how they could do things differently? It's your call today. If you're a guy and you're watching, I'm leaning on you today to ensure that this show is tight. So ensure that you don't leave me hanging. Let the comments keep rolling in. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to be throwing the question to the guys on the set. They'll be the first people to talk. And those of us that are here, we will clarify things that are not clear. We will ask for clarification on things that are not clear. So, Mr. Oluwarosi, welcome to the show once again.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's the topic. That's the topic. And oh, am I not forgetting something very important? Character lens now. Yes. Tolu has a gist for us, and you just get quiet like that. Makawai.
Give us the
Makawai,
gist.
Mr. Olaisade. Honestly, I will not let us go into the conversation for today until we have talked about this. You know that character lens looks at happenings in our community, in our nation, even in the world, that tell us something we could do different. So we are talking about what could women do differently. What could these women have done differently? They were not in the picture when we picked the topic, but it sits imperfectly into the topic today. Tolu, who are the women? What did they do? Why did they do it? And what could they have done differently?
Okay, so first question, what did they do? Okay, a particular woman slapped another woman.
Tell us
So
the
Bianca,
women.
Bianca Ojukwu
Yeah.
slapped
They call her the
Ebele
queen.
Ojukwu. And why? What allegedly led to it was she stepped in and Ebele Ojukwu was like, "What are you doing? You're not meant to be part of the meeting. You're not meant to be here. Since the queen against us and all of that." And initially she didn't react to it, but she kept going on. I don't know if she kept pressing. And I think she had it up to her neck. So she decided to take her got slapped.
Some people were calling it goodbye slap. Some people were calling it exit slap.
Yeah, because there were several follow-ups afterwards. So they go back. It happened yesterday, March 17th, and they go back to Lagos. She and her husband were now picked up by the EFCC. So people were now saying,
leave that side first. So we are jumping. That one is the most recent part of. I know I also saw that update. Let's go back to the slap thing. Was there a retaliation? Because you only said one person slap.
Okay, so it was a series of slaps. Let's put it that way.
Series of slap.
Yeah, because people have been saying that there were enough slaps there to go around. So like we were dishing it out. And I just got thinking like, okay, she said that Ojukwu's wife had been against Abga, that they said we were going to go down, and they are not supposed to reckon with him. So she was surprised to see that she came to support her.
Okay, now let's come down home. This is mind your character. Should any thing, whatever the issue might be. So yesterday, Babajide Kolade Otitoju, the very, very famous and renowned journalist of TVC and main anchor for Journalist Hangout, put something on his Facebook page earlier in the day, even before the hangout started by 5 p.m. And he was trying to clarify the fact that it wasn't this person that first slapped, it was the other person. Now in my head, I have never dropped any comment. I follow him, but I've never dropped any comment on it. But that day I felt like I'll be doing the entire universe a disservice if I didn't say something. So I just left there that there shouldn't have been a slap in the first place. These people are supposed to be role models. So let's look at the category of women that we're talking about. One is the wife of the immediate, like outgoing governor. And the second one is a well accomplished, even people want to do beauty pageant and all that, we still read in history and feel that, oh, there was a Bianca Ojukwu is supermodel, blah blah blah, and had also been in the corridors of power one way or the other. So they are two women in a month where we are celebrating. Because I see, I used to say this thing, oh, I used to say this thing. I know that men also throw chairs at themselves in the National Assembly. But should we follow the wrong things? Because that's the way they will say that women don't trust them. The next time they are going to get so emotional and start boxing one another. Every time you don't take your chances and use it well, you are closing the gate against the women coming behind you. Yeah. So Dorcas, should there have been a slap at all?
No, that was a public place. You won't start. And I think I once shared on the social etiquette that you should not take anything like that public. Always deal with your issues private, no matter what it is. Because now it's all out in the open. Everybody knows that.
And you can't take it back.
You can't take it back.
That's the thing about, and you're about to say that words are like eggs. Once they drop on the floor, you cannot put it back together. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the artificial intelligence, because I hear there might be something like that somewhere that can actually put egg that has been smashed together again and make it out. Yes.
I'm waiting.
We'll use a K-mini super glue.
Well, I don't know about that one. But the point we are making here right now is there shouldn't have been a slap. There shouldn't have been a slap. No, not in a public place. No, not for anything that got you angry. So if you are there and you think that somebody has done it before, I will do it. It depends on what your values are. I think that's so much that we can take.
No, let's bring it down to the house. I know both of you are giving your opinion.
Yeah.
But say you were in that position, because I know viewers out there. How best do you think you would have handled it, given you were on the receiving end of the first one?
Look, before a slap became the order of the day at the function, what were the communications that went on? That's where I will start from. You can't pick the result of a thing. You have to check what gathered the momentum to that point. There could have been an opportunity to walk away before the slap became what happened. So this conflict management or resolution begins with you understanding yourself. When you're already within a sphere where you know that you're going to lose it, the smart thing to do is to walk away. So I'm sure that either of them had those options, but stretched themselves beyond capacity or beyond control, and that happened. But I must say, this is my character. We want to put our feet on the ground and say it's a total no. It is not for role models at all to model the wrong virtues and values. At least not in a season where we are trying to make more chances for the female folks to take over the reins of power. I mean, I can't imagine a governor fighting as a woman governor. You are fighting if you become one. So don't let people think that we also have that to deal with. Anyway, thank you. That character lens. Now, it's like just rolling into the other part of it. So let's begin from that conversation. What would you have wished that those women did differently? Because we're saying men, what do you wish women did differently?
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah. Probably from where you also started from. What was the conversation going on before that was triggered? Yes. We are all human beings. We should start from there first. Then what the way we handle things also matters a lot. Then we have to some, when issues come up like that, I think other people will be calm and be looking.
People like me will just
People like to be looking. Then at times, you know, you might take advantage of the fact that is this person okay? Then I think the outgoing governor's wife,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think our office took charge. Like
Wow.
power intoxicates.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably
So, do you belong to the class group of people that say that she was the first one to slap?
maybe
Yeah, because funny enough, people are still doing gas goes over that one. So people are saying Bianca slapped first. Some people are saying no, Obiano's wife slapped first.
Wow.
How is it possible that you don't know who slapped first?
I think camera was not on ground to pick that particular scene, except for the
Amen.
fact. I think it was when the whole thing escalated, was when it drew the attention of the other camera people and all that. So we only saw.
Okay, so what do you think you should have done
So
differently?
we're only speaking based on, let's say, an assumption, or use the word for instance.
Mm,
If it were to be that, okay, it was Bianca that slapped first,
mm.
or the ex gov or governor's wife over there. So we're now speaking based on that whichever way, you are a role model, you are not a tout. Even if you are a tout, even if you are a tout, your office, at least for once, think of it. And maybe off camera, there are things that you see people, yeah, there are things that on a norm they feel, cool about some things and all that, but in their inner privacy also, right, they display for you last.
Everybody has their moments of display.
Yeah,
But
but
you need to know where is proper.
yes, not
You need to know
even
where is proper.
not even in a place where you have all the old dignitaries,
Mm.
you're online everywhere and all
Okay.
that. And
Okay,
just
I'll
choose
come back to you, Mr. Oluwarotimi. I'll come back to you. Tolu,
Yeah.
so away from what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, no, and that's what we say. At the leadership character development course, I've been taking a course called What to Do with Your Personal Weakness. And I usually say that when you do not manage that thing that's mouse size, it can grow to monster size. It's a weakness. You know it that you can't stand certain things to a particular angle. One of the ways to take care of your personal weakness is to stay away from whatever triggers it. I just gave that example. So, away from that and away from that incident, generally, help the women know how better they can be to the world. What do you wish women did differently?
Okay, one. Speaking from my angle,
Yes.
women should not always jump into conclusions. Try to understand what triggered what led to what. Don't just pick the end and say that's what you're picking. Because there are certain conversations you have with maybe no, maybe you were not in the picture of the conversation. You now came up at the end and you just heard him say one particular thing, and you don't know where he was coming from, and you now choose to hold that against weak guys. It's not right. It's not fair.
Remember you said personal, so
Yes.
don't say we the
Yes,
guys.
me, yes.
I
Me.
mean, because I'm going to be very, very direct.
Yeah, so I'm here.
This is you, not
Yes,
we.
it
You are
is.
not, and I appreciate the fact that you're trying to be personal
Yeah,
because it brings it home.
because I've had like several conversations, and maybe someone who like cares about you just walks in at that point, and she now heard that you said one particular thing, and she now took
Be
it wrong.
direct. Tolu,
And I'm being
hit
direct.
the nail on the
I'm
head.
being direct.
He's the nail on the head.
Yeah,
Tolu is the nail on the head.
that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
So, what did you say when the person that cared about you?
I'm just putting
Walk
myself in
in.
context.
Yes, now
Yeah.
the example you now hit some
Okay,
part
okay.
of it. Thank you.
Maybe you just say I love you on the phone, and then she's
To
like,
someone
yes,
else.
to
Okay,
someone else.
great.
And then maybe someone I cared about just walked in. So like, oh, who's that? And I say it's just a female friend. I was like, oh, you said I love you. And it's just I love her like.
Tolu, why you people dey share I love
Why
you
would
up and
you say I love you to a female
although
Eh.
no to be very to be
Also, Jesus
it
loves
doesn't
you.
see it doesn't mean that you
It's
cannot
not
say I love you.
romantically, yeah.
It doesn't mean that you can't say I love you to any other person other than somebody who you have a romantic or close relationship. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean. it doesn't mean. But you know that you owe that person an explanation.
Yes, now
So what you're saying is don't jump into
conclusion at that point.
Try to understand.
Like you said, you should have asked like, okay, what brought it?
And then don't ask with a concluded mind. Not like you're asking, but you already made up your mind.
I tell them they need to hear.
No,
tell the ladies.
Wait now.
It's also
Your point is don't jump into conclusion. And I think I agree. Because that can cause, you can build castles in the air. Like, but you know there's another way. Somebody is very, very caring as a guy. And yes, like, very caring, looks out for you, ask you questions. Oh, why are you not looking too cheerful today? And then you are a listening person.
Yeah.
Ladies love listening guys. They love caring guys. They love guys who look out for them. It will easily make any girl follow you without you knowing their strategy. That too is kind of jumping into confusion.
That one.
Yes. Because when you do it, they'll think that, oh, if he didn't have something different in his mind for me, and they will not know that that's you.
Wow, that's it.
So I believe that's another way not to jump.
You now go out and say, oh, he
they are in a
treated me.
relationship and they are treated.
Exactly. Like, when did he ask you out? Just because he's checking up for you.
Declare. So ladies, the guys will want you to declare on anything. Don't jump into confusion. And I've always tried to help ladies. If you think that the guy is hanging around you and acting friendly, loving, caring, what are all the things?
Calling, chatting.
Yes!
Keeping late nights with you.
Exactly. He's the one that talks you to bed every night.
And you pay the house rent.
Okay, and maybe even goes out of his way to actually even dole out the cash to take care of things. Before you conclude, you heard the guys now. Warning.
Nobody serve you breakfast.
Ask questions.
Nobody.
And I used to tell ladies that you can freely actually ask that guy, what's up? Yes, please bust the conversation, open it. No, you see, because some of these caring guys, they don't know how to talk. Are you one of them? Yes.
Read the signals. I am wondering now.
Some of these before this look like a relationship talk, some of these caring guys, they think that, because some guys also think that because they are showing you that love, you should just know by yourself. So it's both on. So communication is key here. As a lady, you can ask a guy that kilo is around. Yeah, exactly. What are you up to? Ask. Nobody will kill you. Okay, so that's one. I also hear that men wish that women understood their need for space.
Yeah, that's
sometimes. Like, so I'm wondering, why do you need space?
Oh, wow.
And the moment you are needing space, what should the lady be doing? Particularly when she's married. Okay. You are married, and all of a sudden, something is bothering you and you need space.
Ma, wait,
what should your wife be doing when you need space?
Do ladies need space? Good question.
And tell us, because you are the guy, you are the one talking to me.
Oh, yeah, you've said for guys. I'm asking for ladies. I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are there times when you need space?
Yes, they said that one of the points in the research we did found out that women should understand that sometimes guys need their space. And I'm saying that okay, when you are needing your space, what should be happening to love? I want to put it in the context of marriage, but even in marriage it happens. If I think that the link here is communication. When you needed your space, should you just take the space or request for it? Yeah, that's the question. Should you just take it or request for it, knowing that somebody will be affected by that space you are taking?
Yes.
If it's in the context of marriage.
Yes. Even if it's not already marriage, but you are committed to somebody.
Okay, let us be in a relationship. You are still under the obligation of allowing your partner, or better say, communicate that.
So you request for it, you don't just take it. And say, you should understand that I'm a woman being, I need my space.
No, there's nothing like that.
You'll be causing confusion on the other
So, Mama, it goes both ways.
Tell me the other way.
For women,
Yes.
You
You should also request your for space too.
Yeah, but men are saying.
No, but why
I'm
I'm
saying that should
saying
not be automatic. You should actually explain that. Look,
Yes.
I'm having blah 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 blah. I
Hey,
need
for
some
this
space.
week,
why
Don't
why
lie.
why I'm saying that
I'm going
is
to shut down, no.
Yeah.
but why I'm
Don't let shut down.
Like this,
one week of things I'm doing that is fine. And again, I think
Yes, because truly, you might sometimes you need to just ventilate.
yeah.
Sometimes you need to be away on a retreat.
Yeah,
It could
yes.
even be a physical space that you need. It could be a mind space. It could be a communication space. It can be any kind of space that can help you be a saner, better person. But at the end of the day, the thing must make you better. Because if it says, now, because if it's a space you are going to take and you are going to come back becoming a drunk, becoming worse than you came, then excuse me, don't take that space. I will not give you. Yes. So, point is, let communication. See, communication keeps coming back. So, what else do men? What else would you wish that women did differently?
okay, first of all, I want to chip in because it also help. That is both gender or both individuals.
Let's check when we have comments.
Yeah, both individual in the relationship should know that if two of them are the same, one of them is unnecessary.
Oh, deep.
Yes.
Explain.
So that's the only way you will know that. So that when issues come up or other partner issues, you know because sometimes we expect that this person should know. Just like
automatically.
Automatic, you should be able to understand. How
yeah,
now?
come on,
How?
hey, you know all
You
these
just
things.
How?
they will now say that it's only women that used to have mood swings.
But that's where I'm going to.
Be
I want
going
you to be
Get
drunk.
there,
When
we
you are
need to
following
there.
So each two of us, that's why I say each two of us are the same thing. The one of us is not necessary because if we are the same, it means that we are about to go for it. So you should by default. I don't, you just know that I like rice maybe. By default, you just know that I didn't communicate that.
So
to you.
communication.
So you just know that I think in all of this is just a simple. You don't stop. Even if there's anything,
Talk
talk.
your
Talk your mind.
Talk your
Even
mind.
if it will make her.
Free your chest.
Yes, talk. Babe, what? Oh, like
Say it with your full
I don't like everything and end it. Just end it. And get the thing that I think that's a few things also.
Okay, is there any other thing that you wish that women did differently? Like you look at the gender women, and I know you are a he for shit, so you are a very very gentleman. I know, but yet when you look at that gender, you wish that I really wish these people are like this.
Okay. What I would say to women is this. I want to believe
It was
that.
on Yoba.
Yeah, I want to believe that in every woman there is a girl.
Yeah.
Explain.
So now, women, or the word women, I also classify that okay, someone is mature. In her is this girl that
Wants to
is a
play.
baby that also play and all that. So please, train the girl in you. So that it won't shoot the women in you into trouble. So
That's what I explained, though.
yeah, so what I'm not trying to say is that you know when it comes to get the woman, it is well. I'm trying to.
Baba Loudi, is there somebody watching that you might be in trouble? I will explain to the person after. Please say it so that our audience can play.
Okay, let me say this then. I think what every man fall in is physically that matured woman but fall in love with the girl. The girl will do the plates and all that. Because the man actually wants someone who's also intelligent that can help out. Just like the woman is designed to be an helper. You know, he wants that helping person.
El Pasha.
Pasha. So maybe not too. Maybe it might not be that too serious or something, but at least help us in few things and all of those things and all that. Don't just come without.
Like bring money.
Yeah,
Is it like bring money?
Don't come and be. We are going here. We are going there. The guy is talking about. See this one. See one business.
Who fetch out the love beach?
Let's go to this. Let's go.
Baba, you need balance.
So,
You need balance.
we're
The
not
girl in the woman has to be alive.
Yes.
Otherwise, at a point, you will be looking out for that girl.
Before
This become too serious.
That's
Too vision. I want to.
that's what I'm saying. That
The girl I fell in love
that's
with.
it. That's what I'm saying. That we need to balance all of this and put everything.
And it's down to communication, like
Yes.
you said. So talk. Tolu,
Yeah.
what else?
Okay, like Funke Adejumo once said, she said, like he said, in every man there's a king and there's a boy that wants to play as well. And in every woman there's a queen and a lady that wants to play as well. So there should be times where you actually balance it. So for instance, you call your husband, he's called the head of the home. But there are sometimes you didn't meet him as the head of the home, you know, sir. So there are times that boy in him wants to play. Don't now come and be like, oh God, don't you know you're the head of the home? So that's the balance I'm trying to strike.
Are there women who do that?
I don't know, I'm not married. I don't know.
What are the other things that men really wish that women did? I'll just pick. Don't
There's
as you
one
have
I
one more.
know. There's one I know that has always been a controversial issue, especially during Valentine's.
Ew.
I'm surprised he's not even talking about it because he was hammering it everywhere that season.
Because I've said it.
No.
We all say it,
Again, that women are supposed to be quiet. Something of that.
It's true. I don't also believe that
From
you should be the one receiving.
Like I don't receive them like
No, we don't need to receive. It's a normal thing.
Okay, so
It's normal.
men wish that women were more generous
Yes.
with gifts.
let them give.
We are not supposed to be a generation that only receive.
Yeah.
Also
Wow.
give. Tolu, then let's
No. I want to say other things.
Tolu, wait.
Mother's Day.
Men also
They will
wish.
say,
Men also wish that women
Hmm.
appreciate them,
Yes. Take them out.
appreciate their reliability, the fact that you can rely on them. You know, they are the broad shoulder people. The shoulder to cry
our
on.
shoulder is broad.
Especially
So
because
they
you
want
don't
you
even
to
expect
appreciate.
it,
They want you to
So-
appreciate the efforts they are making. So if you are that woman who is always saying, "What have you done? See what your fellow is doing."
Hey.
Well, you might be killing the man. Is it the boy that killing now? The boy in that
The
the
boy.
man in that boy.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So instead of feeling the boy, Allah.
Yes.
Okay. Now I know that men wish that women respect them. Every man looks out for respect, even when he's not the one that paid your dowry.
Actually.
So women, be very generous with respect. Very generous with it. But that doesn't mean that you should let anybody trample on your rights. But we have to balance it. But yes, every man expects, and that's why even when a man is going wrong and you try to tell him something out there, you hear, is that how you talk to your husband at home? Because he's not used to hearing a woman stand up to him. So yes, respect, we agree with that. And Tolu mentioned this before we came up and are rounding off now. He said that men wish that there's actually a video to it. I'll go see the video later. That men wish that wives, that the husband with their wives loved their husbands and trained their children.
Yes.
And I said, me, I'm confused. Now, are women not supposed to also love their children?
No, definitely they should.
Tell us.
It's I think it's the world we find ourselves in now. Some ladies, not all ladies, they've turned it around. Not like they don't love their husbands anymore, but they feel like when the children come into play, it's time to now love the children more.
That thing has been there since before my mother
You
generation.
see?
That is
So,
old time religion.
it was yes, Pastor Kingsley remember it now.
That said it.
Yes.
Okay, I believe that he also means to balance it.
Yeah,
He's trying to say that still love your husband and be at home with your husband as much as you were before the children started showing up.
Yeah.
Even in terms of training, it doesn't take just the woman to train the child. It's still both of you.
Yeah.
So love both of them, then both of you train the children. At the end of the day, the boys in the men are crying out,
Hey.
that please love us. Women, can you please love them?
We're there before the children.
married.
But sincerely speaking, when you start a thing with somebody and all in the name of childbearing, somebody else takes over.
This is nowhere.
Wait, see.
Yeah, now.
Wait,
You just
see.
showed up like that.
Just showed up. The next thing. All the things you are enjoying.
I see your
I
All the,
refuse to
all
know
the
where
things
back
you are
is.
enjoying,
How
the
you say they shut up
attention,
for nowhere?
the everything, they will just take over. You will come back in the evening, they are already around your wife. No man, when you two are together, your wife will be the one to come, hey honey, for this time they'll be the one, daddy, I want to see my wife.
Okay, see.
So,
And there's a comment here I want to read.
to balance this thing,
Yes.
because soon they will soon leave and go to their own.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's only both of you that they left.
We'll not be two of us now. Now, two of us. I'm not going to start afresh. Let's
Such
balance
part two.
it. Balance it.
Okay, Tolu has a comment.
Yes, it is from Hosani Music. He says, see, if I want to choose a woman as a life partner, then you change it, you switch it up. If she don't get sense,
If I want to choose, I will see him after the show. Go dey go.
he said, if she don't get sense, forget it. No matter your beauty, forget it. I want to live long in love, people.
Say it.
Okay, well, to balance what you said, do you know that most couples who have understood the fact that this is likely to be something that will happen, you can organize your own retreats. Just two of you get away for two of you.
Send
Make
them
it
to
as-
grandma.
That sounds more like a punishment.
I mean, have getaways as often as you can, and then spend quality time. You might not have quantity time for those periods when you are raising.
Can it be a 2 week getaway?
It depends on what works for you.
I want to work for you.
I don't
At
want
this
to say that
point.
here.
At this point.
I don't want to say that.
She
here.
doesn't want to say
Ah,
that.
yeah.
I don't want to say that.
She
here.
doesn't want
Wow, this is not your character. You're meant to say it.
So, but whatever works for each family.
Emma, what works for you?
to say that. She doesn't want to say it here.
Tolu,
What works for you? Say that. Okay, what works for you? Yeah, what works
I
for you?
also don't want to say it here.
Why?
No, this thing, we can't have it.
We can't
say
is
one.
this.
Say one. These are part of what we want women to do.
Exactly. We want you
Tell
to
us.
do it
Hey, it
differently.
depends now. It
It
depends on the situation. How old are the
Honestly,
children? How
and
long
see,
can I be
there
away
might not,
from them?
there might possibility for you to go on it. We've never done it 2 weeks. We've never done it 2 weeks. I'm even
Have you done it one
I'm
week?
even trying to remember if we've done it 3 days.
You see?
But the point is, we find ways to ensure that we still make both of us priority.
Emma,
can
I
be
get
a
that.
lot.
We get our part,
You know,
but we
even
want
the
you to do
guys.
getaway.
Even the guys can be on the side of pressure in terms of providing for the family. And sometimes the young man that you married, who was always all over you, hardly looks at you now.
Anymore, yes.
And so you hear
Yes,
girls,
it's
you hear
true.
ladies also saying that I made
It
here.
is true.
The one that used to annoy me, I'm going to go to Mr. Abasa again today. You are the one that started this. Jeje, I was
I'm not
going
doing
to-
it.
But it has
I know you
come
support
out.
her.
Why not? You would have made it, oh. Like 1 week ago. Then like 1 week and a half after, somebody now say, this hair looks good. I'm like, really? Is it that I don't see
Mr. Abasa, I'm not there.
It's not like I don't see this hair now. But you see, I can understand that there's a lot on the guy's head. But we need to ensure, because he told us the blank truth. Very soon, all the children, they will do bye without any feeling. I told my mom, I said I wasn't going to cry. Oh my God, what am I crying for? I'm going to somewhere that I love and I'll be crying. She's like, oh, this school, one more now. I said, Mama, I'm not going to cry. If you expect I will cry my engagement day, I'm not going to cry. I told her.
You had the crying conversation.
I told her, Mama, Amy, because I couldn't understand why people were crying. I'm going to somewhere that I love and I'm crying. What? My mommy is not
I
dying.
have comments
My
about
wife is
you.
not dying. It's not like I can't go and greet them. So what am I crying for? I just told her that in case you're expecting me to cry.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, this is not It's like, oh, no, you know, so you have a comment. You need to
Yeah,
go.
okay. Give Thomas Richie says, not only women have mood swings, men do also.
I agree.
And there's
Now money they
But
cost
But
their
this
own.
money, thank you.
And then-
Money swinging.
Hey.
Money and responsibility swinging.
I think we should just use the word responsibility because it's a young time.
and she tagged it at me. She threw the comment at me. I
You're the
don't
one
know
on
why.
the table.
Okay.
Okay, we have other comments. Jerry Ekanem says, if I marry and give birth, I'm definitely taking my wife on retreat 3 months, dropping my children with my parents. My love life
Wow.
can't
Your
suffer.
parents dey here. Oh.
Concentrate.
They dey here now.
Wow.
No, but really,
But
it's
I
something,
like the
it's something to
concept.
plan for.
Yes.
It's something to plan for. Because if you lose it, the thing with love is it can grow and it can die.
Yes.
And it dies with negligence. I mean, when was the last time you touched your wife like touch? And touch is not sex.
Yes.
When was the last time you held her hands and reassured
And
her?
when was the last time you kissed her?
Uh,
Not in the household, in another atmosphere entirely. Not just all these about
that one is PDA, like
So
public
it's
display of
down to
affection.
planning. Please
Not
planning.
something.
So the guys are
Something
they are
different.
They are,
vexing.
yes.
They are vexing today.
Do something crazy.
Yes,
Do something
Patrick
crazy.
Angel, I'm liking his comment. So he says, for me, I just wish women would speak more English and less signals.
Wow.
All these green light, blue light, I don't understand.
Eh.
I don't understand.
Okay, you
it
should
most
wait for
times.
red lights. If you don't understand love, you
You
don't wait for
understand
red
red
lights.
light.
You understand red lights. But really, he has a point there.
Yes.
Communicate. Doctors, you need to give us those etiquettes so that's our wrapping up.
So communication, I think, is beyond. And I told you now. And did you not hear me when I said it?
Yeah.
Be intentional about how you communicate with maybe your spouse or the other person. Don't just I said it or I said it in passing, and you expect the person to actually understand the depth or the intent of battery. It's the comment that is entering my head now.
Yes, you say you are giving somebody green light. Oh, yeah, use English
No,
to say
and
the green
honestly,
light.
I expect a matured lady, you should say what's in your mind.
Yeah.
Please. Please, it will help a lot.
Are you
And
listening?
don't let these
Somebody
guys,
like me,
don't
it's
let
not
them go
for me.
crazy, please.
I don't have time to be looking for red light.
We are not even
So
seeing
we
the
need
light.
the light.
They'll be
We are not even
decoding.
seeing the
You
light.
want them to be decoding signal. They never learn coding.
There are a lot of things to
Ejo.
work on.
Talk. If you want them to hold your hand, say hold my hand.
My hand.
Hello, it's as practical as that. Hold my hand. I need hand holding right now. If you now does not hold it, let us know on this show.
Yes.
If I'm
But-
not listening, if I'm
We
not
said to the
listening, my fault.
But speak English. Speak English. Don't be passing signals. We've had signals in the past. Let's have.
All
words
right,
now.
so to wrap
More
this
words.
up, we have 5 points to leave with you, or 4. The first one is to learn to be tolerant with people's weaknesses and shortcomings.
Yes.
We have to be understanding. No one is perfect. So guys have their weakness just as we do as ladies. We should be considerate. Then always do your best to listen and understand people's points of view, irrespective of their gender. Don't have to take the remaining ones.
Yes. So the next one says do away with generalization.
Yeah.
You say women
Say
are
lazy
like
is
this, men are
lazy.
like this.
Understand your own girl in
Yes.
particular, and your own woman.
Patrick
Yes,
said
the
it
fourth
is
one.
your time that he has been waiting for this time. Yeah. he
Time.
said you should read.
Patrick,
the fourth
don't worry. So the fourth one, beware of high flying expectations.
Over expectation is wrong.
When you do not match them yourself. So do not expect what you yourself you cannot give.
You cannot speak English and you want a grammarian to marry you. How?
And it's not possible. So the last one, and it has been the general one we're talking about, communication.
Communicate,
Very good.
and communicate maturely and clearly.
Yes, clearly.
Say is and was. Is
Ah.
and was. Wow.
Comment. He said Nigerian problems are too many. Most times you don't even notice traffic lights. Talk less of the light that the woman is.
I don't understand. Anybody
Eh?
that doesn't notice traffic light, the person wanted, planned not to notice it. But I understand what
There's another comment here. It's quite long. Let me just try.
Wow.
It's quite long. It's from Akitunde Saint Solomon, and it says, "I learned to understand the nature of women generally earlier enough, and whatever yours does differently that makes you proud of her should be celebrated. Nature of women. They are wonderful beings, but it requires lots of patience and wisdom to get the best out of them. Both men and women need to be understood to
Yes,
enjoy the relationship.
actually.
No condemnation, but correction with love. Communication is key. Being realistic is important,
Yeah, no
and
packaging.
seeking the peace of one another is crucial.
We clap for you. Thank you. Okay, so we have a quote to end the show with. It says, "Life is not a competition between men and women. It is a collaboration." Let's go ahead and keep collaborating. That's how we have to put an end to the show today. Thank you, Red Eye, for doing this with RCB. I bet this has been a very interesting show. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself and learned my finger. Thank you for everyone who's on the technical side. Red Eye, thank you. Thank you for every single RCB team member backstage. Thank you, Mr. You added spice to the conversation. So if you're on Luaro TV's no need to something. Oh yeah, say it. Go to shout out someone.
Yes, so
And today is birthday, Ọlọ́run ṣe his birthday. Shout out to everyone. Hey, motivation.
That will help us.
Say it again.
What would you want?
The relationship you
So which your relationship?
Don't be inside and be looking outside.
Yes, so
We have to go. Thank you. Today that we gave men microphone to talk, they want to blow it.
Why won't we?
Excuse me. Time for us to say the goodbye. Thank you, Red Eye. We'll leave in the comment section all the details you need to know about Red Eye, as well as how to see you. And just call 081 081 061 061 200819. Thank you, everyone. Bye.